aren't the droids we're looking for.
I got a bad feeling about this.
It's them! Blast them!
What is up, guys? As of the release of this video, we have already filmed another battle report that we are so excited to get to you. We had a special guest, Mitch, from the X&1 podcast, and I hope that you check out the link in the description below. Go check out their podcast. They're some great guys. Today, we're going to take a little diversion from the normal kind of content that we normally bring you, and we're going to talk about building a community. Now, this is just my experience of building a Legion community in a smaller town in Oklahoma. We have maybe 33,000 people. We're maybe 35-ish miles outside of Oklahoma City, so we're not quite an urban environment. And so I hope that some of my experiences might be relatable to you on how you might be able to build a Legion community, or really any gaming community in your area. Step number one, you gotta have fun. If everybody's a bunch of tryhards and it's nothing but this competitive beat each other up, like, that's not gonna be attractive to somebody who doesn't know how to play the game, because they're gonna see that and know that they're just gonna get beat up and get pummeled anytime they play that game. The other thing is, I think that you can do with this is, like, do not normal Legion events. Like the OP kits are great. Papalu's Wild Ride was a lot of fun. Different kits like that are a lot of fun. And just change things up, and maybe have a theme night or something where everybody has to bring a heavy or things like that. That's a great way to get people involved. Second thing, play consistently. You got to be in visible spaces at your game store where people are seeing the game played. They've got to know that there's a community there. So if you are playing in your store weekly or bi-weekly, here at our store we do it on the first and third Tuesdays, because I just can't commit to being there every single week. But we do that first and third Tuesdays at our store. You want to be able to make sure that you are seen and that you are looking for those people who might be looky-loos walking on by seeing Star Wars on the table. Make sure that you're getting those games in invisible spaces. I also think it's great that if your terrain is like a really memorable piece of Star Wars, like Geonosis or Scarif maybe, or just like Tatooine, really noticeable Star Wars things. It's great if you can have like an ATST on the table. People look at that and they know that that's Star Wars. See if there's something that you can get in those visible spaces where you're playing consistently that triggers somebody's brain when they're walking by. Oh, that's Star Wars. I like Star Wars. I want to check that out. The third thing is have an easy way to communicate. A lot of people use Discord. Having a local Discord is really helpful for your community to communicate with each other, talk about things related to the game, have fun like that. You also want to make sure that people can access that community really easy. One of the things that I've done at our local store is I made a little poster that's displayed next to the Legion product that has information about when we play, and then it's got QR codes that you can scan. One of them, they can scan it and it takes them to our Discord. It's an invite to our Discord that doesn't expire, so they can get into our Discord and join that community and start talking with other players in their local scene who are playing the game. The other thing that's on that poster is a QR code where people could schedule a demo of the game, and they can mark when they'd want to play, what army they're interested in, things like that. That's a really good way to kind of build interest in that. Fourth thing, you got to be intentional seeking out new players. If somebody walks by and is interested in your game, stop and talk to them. Get to know them. Get to know their name. Ask them their name. Ask them if they're in your area, because sometimes in our area people travel a lot farther away than Shawnee to get to our community, because there's lots of small towns surrounding. And so find out where they're from, find out if they're interested in Star Wars, things like that, and just be friendly with them. Be a person that they want to come back and hang around with. That's a really people are what we connect with, and so by being just a good person, that's going to be attractive to somebody who's interested in getting into the game. The last thing I recommend is have a rotation of different types of events for players of all skill levels. People who've been in the game a lot, might want a more competitive experience. So make sure that you're creating a rotation of events where maybe there's some competitive tournaments or certain competitive nights, but also make sure that there's a healthy balance of just fun, casual nights where people can bring 6 fleet troopers if they want to, or bring an 18 activation Cassian list with no heavy weapons, or something just totally crazy or outside of the box where people can just have fun with the game. One thing that I love that we did was a kind of beginner league where you could score points for just playing new units. You would score points for playing a new army, playing a painted army, and then each week of the league there would be a bonus for the week. And one week it might be play 2 heavies, and you would get a bonus point for playing 2 heavies, and the next week it would be play 2 force users, and you would get a bonus for that, or play 2 bounty hunters, or things like that, to just keep the game moving, keep it interesting for players of all skill levels. OP kits are great for that. But above all, just think about what is it about your community that you love the most, and flex that. If it's the people, have get-togethers after go out to dinner after your Legion night or something, and really lean into that. If it's the terrain, set up your pretty terrain, the prettiest terrain that you have at your store, set that up and get that going. Just really flex those muscles of what makes your community great. If you have other ideas about how you can build your Legion community or things that you're doing, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below.